Hey folks, all doing? Hero of None here with your Mundus Minute on October 30th, 2020. News, Lecture Merchant, and Golden Merchant stuff, all in a few minutes. So first up in the news, just immediate bug fix and general updates given from ESO Live. The last of the AoE tests will be reverted and fixed on Monday, meaning there's not going to be any tests going on after next Monday, and they're going to be taking some time to review the results of those tests, and there's no plans for any immediate changes. So folks that have been avoiding Cyrodiil for the time, just waiting for the AoE test to be over, well, the time is almost here, coming with the update with Markarth. The Markarth update will actually be starting around 4 a.m. and going on for quite a while, it sounds like, which kind of goes into some of the other events going on right now, which I'll get to in a minute. In addition to that, folks that are trying to get to the Impresario and can't find them in the certain zone that you're in, take a look at a different starting zone. So if you're in Vulcangard, take a look in Daggerfall. If you're in Daggerfall, go take a look in Stonefalls. Some folks are not able to see it for whatever reason in various zones, but switching the zones should fix that error. So again, the Witches Festival is going on now and will end November 3rd at 10 a.m. Eastern. Make sure to get your last tickets and skulls after 2 a.m. on the 3rd. So if you can get up early, 8 a.m. 9 a.m. to get your skulls and your tickets, best to do so. Also, another reminder, folks, as well, this is a double experience event, and the buff that you get for the double experience lasts after the event. So log on to each one of your characters before the event's ended, get the buff, and then don't log on to that character until you're ready to grind them out. Pretty easy way to get a little bit more out of this double experience event. Now, as I also mentioned before, on November 2nd, Monday, the new Markarth expansion will be coming, or not expansion, but DLC will be coming out. And for consoles, it will be November 10th. ESO Live was today, and they kind of did a little bit of the news, had an interview with one of the sound designers, and did some events around the area. I'll link the VOD down below as well as the article. And finally, the Crown Store Showcase was today for November 2020. Had a few new items in there with new music boxes, a few new pets and mounts, and a few new motifs. In addition to that, they're also getting rid of a lot of other motifs. I'll save a link down below. You guys can take a look at what's staying and what's going. Let's take a look at the Luxury Merchant and the Golden Merchant for today. So, in the Luxury Merchant today, a bunch of creepy Reachman stuff. So witches' torches, totems, trees that have people's faces carved into them. And it kind of goes fitting with Markarth coming out. On the Golden Merchant, for 150k, Champion of Histring, which gives weapon damage, stamina, and gain minor heroism at all times when you're in combat, giving one ultimate every 1.5 seconds. A lot of folks are using this as a change-in set earlier on because it worked when you're out of combat and you can have your ultimate up quickly before that. Now, a lot of folks just don't like it because you can get minor heroism from other sources in your skill set if you have to be in combat anyways. Warrior Poet's Ring. Health, armor, and gain minor toughness at all times, increasing your max health by 10%. Some folks do like this, especially for PvP, and it does also give a bit of armor and health to it. Your choice if you want to go with it or not. I personally would probably skip it and go with something like a Warden if you're looking for minor toughness, but given there are kind of few areas that you can get minor toughness out of, I do see some folks using this once in a while. For 250k, Ring of the Undaunted Bastion, health, armor, and when you taunt, when you use taunt ability while your target's under 75%, or sorry, while you are under 75%, you get a damage shield that absorbs 14k damage over 6 seconds and can occur once every 10 seconds. Personally, I like using Imperium a bit more, giving yourself and your party members a damage shield. However, this is kind of a guaranteed if you time it right. PvP might like to use this, especially for solos. For non-PvP players, I don't really think it's going to be that great for PvE. There's other sets that would probably be more useful out there. And then Ice Furnace Ring. Magicka, spell critical, spell damage. And when you deal frost damage, you deal additional 2,000 flame damage to all enemies within 8 meters of the initial targets. If I concur once every 1 second, has no cooldown. I see a lot of folks actually using this and using this with Ring of Brutality to boost up the flame damage, and using it on Wardens and other characters that simply uses Frost Staff. Interesting, I'd say. Maybe you actually want to go with this. I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember what you might pair this with. Maybe Ember Flame or a few other sets that just keep on doing fire damage. But what do we want to do fire damage? It has to be frost damage. Not quite sure, but I know that there are some sets that do use this. So if you like using it, maybe you want to go with this. I know it kind of the meta of this kind of got debuffed last patch because Bloodthirsty got changed into weapon and spell damage rather than just straight up increasing damage as targets got lower on health. But some folks still like to use this, so if you like to use this, go ahead and grab it. 250k right now. For 100k, Boddens of the Night Flames, which is a pretty easy dungeon to run through and get this helmet from, but it is a kind of a meta healer set. If you are a PvP only type of player, you might want to grab this. And then Pirate Skeleton guys, not as popular as it once was, but it does give major protection when it pops. And also reduces your healing, but you get on a Templar, it's pretty easy to get rid of that. So oh wait, and they got rid of the Defile on that, that's right. And they made this a straight up debuff. You can't get rid of it now. It's up to you if you would like to use it or not. I'd probably recommend against it unless you're somebody that can actually heal themselves and protect themselves pretty well. Maybe a Necromancer or maybe a Templar. And if you don't like running that dungeon, no, this is time to get it. Anyways, I'm Hero of None. That's the Mundus Minute. See y'all in Tamriel.